The call came at dusk, when the sky over the desert was burning orange, and the convoy ahead of me slowed just enough to betray intent. His son's voice cracked through the line. "They're going to kill him! They bought the guards! The convoy is headed for a pre-planned ambush on the I-10 bridge." I kept my voice low, steady, almost fatherly. "I know, kid. I'm in the unmarked truck right behind them. Hang up the phone. Now." The silence after he obeyed was heavier than the gunmetal sky. Through the scope, I saw the lead guard's car tap its brakes, subtle, rehearsed. A signal, not hesitation. My pulse didn't rise. It never does. But somewhere beneath the steel, a storm pressed against my ribs. Not for him, for her. For the truth she thought I would never touch. It began weeks earlier, before this bridge, before this convoy. I caught her smile when she thought no one noticed. Too soft, too familiar. Not the smile of a wife to a stranger, but of a woman tethered to something forbidden. I brushed it off at first. Married men learn to ignore the shadows. Until the message. A simple text, meant for him, not me. Same motel, same time. Don't be late. No name, no signature, just the cheap thrill of secrecy dripping across my phone. My chest hollowed out. I didn't rage, I didn't shout. I simply sat there, staring at the glow of betrayal written in digital ink. Her brother's arrest had filled the news. Armed robbery, a sentence that would bury him alive. She cried for him, defended him, visited him with a devotion I once mistook for loyalty. And then I saw the pattern. The motel was near the prison. The nights she disappeared aligned with his transfer hearings. Not just infidelity, something deeper, something rotten. I didn't confront her. Confrontation wastes leverage. Instead, I played the fool. Nodded when she said she was visiting a friend. Kissed her forehead when she returned late, smelling faintly of motel soap and someone else's sweat. I started with phone records. Numbers traced back to burner phones, purchased near the prison. Calls logged at midnight, always brief, always hidden. Then came the DNA test. Quiet, unspoken. My daughter's hair, slipped into an envelope. My son's toothbrush, sealed and mailed. I told myself I didn't want the results, but I already knew. Nights grew colder. I'd lie beside her, breathing in rhythm with the woman who carved my life into a theater of lies. Each day I wore composure like armor. At work, I smiled. At home, I listened. Inside, I rehearsed the moment of collapse, the second the mask would finally fall. The envelope arrived 3 days before the transfer. I didn't tear it open. I slid it clean, like a surgeon. The words were simple, clinical. My son was mine. My daughter was not. Her brother's child. Bloodline twisted into mockery. That night she laughed at something trivial, brushing her hair from her face, unaware of the paper folded in my pocket. I set it on the table without a word. She read. Her hands shook. Her lips parted, searching for lies, excuses, prayers. All I said was, "Whose child?" The silence was brutal. She tried to speak, choking on half-formed apologies. Tears pooled, but I felt nothing. Just clarity. Cold, surgical clarity. The convoy slowed again. The guards ready to sell him out. Her brother, her lover, sitting cuffed in the armored van, believing escape was within reach. I had already called the U.S. Marshals, sent them everything. Phone records, DNA reports, the affair, the incest, the rot beneath their names. The ambush wouldn't matter. The convoy was bait now, swarming with agents waiting to spring. He would never walk free. And she was left with silence, with the weight of knowing I had dismantled her entire secret in one precise stroke. No screaming, no violence, just exposure, the kind that scorches deeper than fire. When the sirens rose behind me, I didn't flinch. The convoy pressed forward, oblivious. He would rot. She would live in shame. And I would be free. I didn't need revenge to be loud. I only needed it to be final. As the bridge loomed, the desert wind cut sharp through the window, stripping away the last trace of warmth I had ever felt for her. She thought betrayal would bury me. Instead, it carved me into stone. And stones don't break.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more amazing stories.